If you want to see the real local culture of Fiji behind all the tourism, you must visit Suva. This is every street photographer's dream. Suva is the capital of Fiji and is home to lots of original colonial buildings, local craft and fresh produce markets, and beautiful flora. Suva shows you a different side of Fiji beyond the resorts and islands. Getting around is easy as there are lots of taxis, so it is very easy to hail one down. Taxi drivers here are nice. Remember, they only take cash. Occasionally, they do need you to give directions, and sometimes they put seat covers on the back seats, which means you can't put your seatbelt on. We stayed at the Quest in Suva, which is very well located within CBD. The rooms were huge, well equipped, clean and comfortable, and it came with a great view of the harbour. I generally found it safe to walk to nearby restaurants in a group at night, but would recommend taking a taxi if it ends up being more than a 10-minute walk. Taxis generally cost about 3 to 5 Fijian dollars for a 5 to 10 minute ride. Here are some local attractions. Suva Municipal Market is where all the local farmers sell their fresh produce. You will find coconuts, tropical fruits, all types of chilies, taro, veggies, and the most beautiful flower arrangements and varieties at this market. I did end up trying a coconut. Unfortunately, it was not as sweet as I expected, but I'm not sure if it's just because of the season. But it was still nice to wander through and admire the beautiful local flowers and see how cheap all the veggies were. The Municipal Handicraft Market is where all the locals sell their handmade crafts. You will find handmade jewellery from shells and pearls and wooden art that has generally been treated and safe for international travel. I decided to get some Fiji freshwater pearl bracelets for $30 each. Don't forget to try bargain here. Fiji Museum is nestled in Thurston Gardens, so be sure to have a wander around the gardens and admire the beautiful tropical trees before making your way into the museum. Admission is $20. Inside the museum, there are many artifacts, but what we found most interesting is learning how Indians ended up making up the majority of the population in Fiji. Turns out it was after slavery was abolished and Fiji was still under the British rule. They needed labourers in Fiji and promised Indians better living conditions and money if they stayed in Fiji for at least 5 years. Most did end up staying afterwards as living conditions were harsh in India. Make sure to take some time to walk around Suva CBD. As mentioned earlier, there are still a lot of original colonial buildings, so there is a lot of beautiful street photography to be done. After your museum visit, we recommend walking back up Victoria Parade past the Grand Pacific Hotel, where Queen Elizabeth II stayed during her visit. Right across the street is the Suva Government Building. We then recommend turning back through Ratu Sakuna Park. Here is a good place to stop for a break as it is well shaded and has some beautiful trees to look at. This will place you right next to the harbour, which is a lovely walk at daytime and night. The fairy lights light up these trees at night, making it a beautiful spectacle. It is generally safe here, just try not to walk by yourself. Keep walking along the harbour, then take a right onto Edward Street where the Municipal Handicraft Centre is, and then a left onto Scott Street. Don't forget to stop on the bridge over the canal for a photograph. You will then pass the Suva Municipal Market and the shopping centres before reaching the bus station. Here you can appreciate how busy the buses are and how retro they look. The buses here don't even have windows. I also recommend walking the back streets of Suva during daytime. I took this route as this is the way from Pacific Eye Institute, which is where I volunteered, to my hotel. Along here you will find lots of interesting buildings, including old houses that look out of this world, interesting architecture for daycares, and more beautiful tropical trees and shrubs. My favourite tree was the frangipani, as I had never seen the flower in real life. Continue down Pratt Street and you will be rewarded with a beautiful cathedral. The architecture of the Sacred Heart Cathedral is truly stunning. with beautiful columns and archways. Bilo battery site is a 20-minute drive out of Suva. You will have to catch a taxi and double check they're okay to wait 20 minutes for you to check out the site before taking you back, as it is unlikely you will be able to hail a taxi back. It was a nice scenic drive as you drive along the coast through villages and farms. Bilo Battery is about a 5-minute drive down an unpaved dirt road, and the entrance is not super obvious. It does look pretty abandoned and is not widely advertised. Bilo Battery was Suva's military defence site during World War II in 1941. It provided protection over the harbour in case the Japanese ever invaded Fiji. It used to be armed by foreign army soldiers, including New Zealand and the US. After the war, it was decommissioned, and all that's left is the ruins of the tunnels and where the artillery guns used to be. Now on to my favourite restaurants. FYI, the food portion sizes here are huge, so please don't go ordering large or multiple courses per person unless you can eat or share. First up, Tikos Seafood Floating Restaurant is a mid-fine dining restaurant on this beautiful boat moored in the harbour. The decor of the restaurant was very impressive. It looked luxury while still honouring the original look without looking too outdated. The vibes were good and they had live music as well. I recommend making a reservation on the busier nights as we almost got turned away without a booking. Between 2 people, we got the Quila in Lolo, which is a octopus in coconut milk, medium rare tuna, and grilled coral trout, which came to $110. The octopus was tender and refreshing with the coconut milk. The tuna was cooked perfectly with a nice amount of pink on it. It was the best cooked tuna I have ever eaten in my life. And the best thing about this restaurant is its unlimited salad bar with my favourite veggies, ota and okra. Ota is a Fijian bush fern which tastes similar to choco leaves, which is the Asian version. It was so good we decided to come back a second time during our stay. This time, between 4 people, we ordered the grilled walu fish steak, prawns in lolo, seafood margari, and the surf and sand for $244. The walu steak had a nice grilled taste to it. The lobster is always good when cooked right, and the seafood margari with calamari, fish, prawn, and mussel tasted divine with the creamy cheese. And of course, we all got the same thing at the salad bar again. Mai Kai is a restaurant inspired by Pacific flavours. Between 3 people, we got the coconut seafood bake, the lemongrass chicken, and the savu savu grilled fish. The grilled fish had a lovely charred flavour to it, and the coconut seafood bake was unlike anything I have ever had. It was so hearty, and I loved the ota feature. Paradiso Restaurant was one of my first stops to try the famous kokoda. Kokoda is a famous Fijian dish consisting of raw fish and coconut milk. It is safe to say that I wasn't disappointed. It had a lovely freshness to it and went perfectly with the fried cassava chips and the ota in the coconut milk. The prawn linguine also had a nice spicy kick to it. This was also my first time trying kumquat juice, which tastes a bit like an orange and lemon hybrid. It was super refreshing in the Fijian heat, and we had it many times afterwards. I must have been 50% kumquat juice on this trip. This all came to $70 for 2 people. Fong Seafood Restaurant is a must-visit Chinese restaurant. Now, I am Chinese, so I don't often eat at these classic Chinese restaurants overseas unless it is really special. But they surprised me. Their deep-fried taro nest basket was so yummy. It was sweet and crispy, and had a wide variety of ingredients. I have had the potato version before, and I would say the taro version is just as good. We also had some suan cai or sour cabbage pork noodle soup, which I have never had in Chinese restaurants in New Zealand, and it was also delicious. We also got some salt and pepper squid, so all up this came to $110. G's hand-pulled noodles looks unassuming from the outside with its faded sign, but inside it was hustling and bustling. Between 2 people, we ordered the cold sesame noodles, braised beef noodles, and pork chive dumplings for $43. The cold sesame noodles with the cucumbers were a much-needed refresher dish in the heat. If you want some amazing Korean food and great views, you must go to Seoul. Seoul is at the top of the Southern Cross Hotel and has an amazing outdoor area. Between 3 people, we ordered the beef stew, the army stew, japchae noodles, fried prawns, and the seafood pancake for $193. It was a hearty and authentic Korean meal. My favorite was the perfectly cooked seafood pancake, and of course the iconic side dishes were a highlight. Ashiyana serves authentic Indian cuisine. It is situated in a beautiful colonial building with great views of the Suva streets and great vibes. The food was very earthy and cooked to perfection. Between 4 people, we ordered the Malai tikka chicken, tandoori chicken, mahi binazi fish curry, Malai kofta potato dumplings, and the duck masala for $110. Thank you guys for watching our Suva travel guide. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for new videos. See you next time!